Well, this is a lot better than last lesson. Hey, welcome back to Algebra 1, everybody. This today is multiplying polynomials. So take out those notes, pencil, calculator, and here we go. So first, I need you to go backwards to around slide 188-ish, somewhere around there, and we are going to do some multiplying of polynomials. Now, these first couple you probably should already know how to do. You know, if there's something here, we're going to just distribute. So we're going to take that and distribute to each of these, just like we normally would way back in first semester. So what I like to do is I do the big numbers first. So negative 3 times 6 is negative 18. Negative 3 times negative 9, positive 27. And then negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Now, some people, for some reason, don't trust me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm scary looking or something. But a lot of people don't trust me and take my advice. You really, really, really will do so much better if you would just do the big numbers first, then go back and do the exponents later. If you do them all at the same time, all at once, you will make tons of silly mistakes. Take my word for it. You will. So do the big numbers just like I did first, and then go back and do the exponents. Hey, I wouldn't bother telling you this if it weren't true. So I've got x squared times x squared. You're going to add the exponents. X squared and then x to the first, add those exponents. X squared, and then there's nothing here. If there's nothing here, you're taking that x squared with it, so you're keeping that x squared. Don't leave that blank. All right, that's all there is to that one. All right, you hit pause and then do the same thing right here. All right, hopefully you got negative 18. Negative 63, and positive 45. Did you remember to do the big numbers first? I hope you did. Otherwise, you know what happens. I'm going to turn around, and in the middle of the night, you're going to look up and... Okay, so here we go. We want you to next do your exponents. We've got x to the 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 1 is 3. I hope that wasn't too scary. And 2 plus 0 is 2. You're going to have nightmares for a week now. All right, that's all there was to that. Speaking of nightmares, let's talk about our two friends right here. They met in my algebra class, got together. Oh, they have such pretty eyes. And hopefully in your biology class, you've done something like this. This is called a Punnett square. Punnett square is just kind of a genealogy, chromosomal type of thing that you do in biology. So this would be big B, little b. They come together right here in this box. So I would write big B, little b. Here in this box, there's a big B on top, which goes with that little b. By the way, those two kids would have brown eyes. And then over here, we've got little b and a little b. So those two go together in that box. Little b go together in that box. Why am I doing biology? Well, I'm glad you asked, because what we're doing today is basically the exact same thing, except we're doing it with algebra. So this x plus 2, I'm going to write an x here and then plus 2, right up there. And then I've got x plus 9, so I'm going to write x plus 9, just like that. Now, if there's no number in front of the x, I always like to put a 1, and if there are no exponents, I like to put 1s. So how did I know that this had to be x plus 2 and not down there? Honestly, it doesn't make any difference. You could put the x plus 2 on the bottom and the x plus 9 on the top. It'll still get you the same answer. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the Punnett square. Now, just like in the previous problem, when I told you to do the big numbers first and then the exponents, that's what you should do here. Do the big numbers first. They are multiplied. So 1 times 1, 1. 9 times 1, 9, and it's positive, so I always put a plus there. 1 times positive 2, positive 2. Positive 9 times positive 2, positive 18. Now we're going to go back and do the letters. 1 plus 1, we're adding the exponents, gives us 2. 1 plus nothing gives me 1. Nothing plus 1 gives me 1. And there's nothing here, and there's nothing here, so guess what? No letter goes here. Finally, we're going to be able to combine like terms, and normally what's going to happen is this one and this one will usually be like terms. You can combine those. So I've got x squared is all by itself. If you want to put the 1 there, that's fine. If you leave it off, it doesn't matter. I've got 9 plus 2. 9x plus 2x is 11x. Don't change it to 11x squared. It's just 11x because we're just adding them. Remember, the exponents are a little slow, so if you're adding the numbers, the exponents don't do anything. And then copy the plus 18. That, my friend, is the final answer. Okay, you go ahead, hit pause, try this next one, and see what you get. Alright, hopefully you had x minus 3 up there, x plus 7 there. If you had them switched, that's okay. We're both going to get the same answer. We like to put 1s here and for the exponents. 1 times 1, 1 times 7, 1 times negative 3, 7 times negative 3. How many x's do we have? Well, here we have 2. Here we have 1. Here we have 1. And there's nothing here. Next, we're going to combine like terms. That one and that one combine. So that gives me 1x squared. 7 minus 3 is 4x. And then minus 21. And that's all there is to that one. All right, go ahead, hit pause, try this one out. Hopefully you're getting the hang of this. 1 times 1, 1 times negative 5, 1 times negative 4, and negative 5 times negative 4. Hopefully you remember to make that a positive, because negative times negative is a positive. This one has 2, 1, and 1. Now, will this one always be 2? Will this one always be 1? Will that one always be 1? Well, sort of. If this is just an x and that's a number, and that's just an x and that's a number, then yes. Otherwise, no. But this will happen a whole lot, so get used to it. So that one's got an x, that one's got an x. Oh, I went off my board there, sorry about that. So this gives me 1x squared minus 9x and then plus 20. And that's all there is to that one. Now, there are some patterns to the plus negative signs. If you want to look into that, I'll tell you, for example, this one, if you have minus and minus multiplied together, then your final signs will be positive, negative, positive. It's not a big deal to memorize that, but if you want to, great. All right, this one looks a little bit scarier, just because there's numbers in front of the x's. Shouldn't make any difference to you, though. Go ahead, hit pause, try it out, and then come back. All right, hopefully you have it set up just like this. If there's no exponents, we always put a 1. Here we go. Now, did you remember to multiply the big numbers first and then go back and add your exponents? Remember what happens if you don't. Okay, so I'm going to multiply. Here we go. I've got 3 times 4. That's going to give me 12. 4 times negative 2, negative 8. 8 times 3, 24. I'm cracking myself up. 8 times negative 2 is negative 16. Here I've got 2 x's. There's 1, and nothing. I think you've gotten the hang of that part now. Alright, right here and right here, those are both x's, and I think you're getting the hang of that as well. So I have 12x squared. 24 minus 8 gives me 16. And then copy the minus 16 in the end. That's all there is to that one. Alright, are you feeling pretty confident? Yeah? Alright, you go ahead, try this one. I'll just show you the answer. Hit pause, and I'll give you the answer. Alright, in the end, we had 8x squared minus 22x plus 15 for that one. If you're stumped on that one, go ahead, find me during the office hours or send me an email. Okay, now for this one, you notice that my box is bigger. I had to make the box bigger because my polynomial here was bigger. This time it's a trinomial instead of a binomial. So this time it kind of matters where I put things. They need to be able to fit, of course. So here we go. All right. You should be able to do this on your own. Believe it or not, you really can do this. Go ahead, hit pause, give it a shot, see what you get. All right, did you remember to do the multiplying first? Multiply those big numbers. 4 by 4 is 16. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 times negative 5, negative 15. Let's count our x's. So this time I have 1x plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus nothing is 1. Now here I have nothing plus 2, nothing plus 1, and nothing plus nothing is nothing. We should be able to combine some like terms, so let's do it. This one is an x squared. That one is also an x squared. So those two go together. Did you notice that this one's an x and this one's an x? Those two should go together. Okay, so now we're ready to come up with our final answer. So here we go. I have 4x cubed. I just copied this one. And then I'm going to put my yellows together. That's going to give me 19x squareds. And then here I'm going to put my green ones together. That's a negative 8x to the first power. If you want to put a 1 there, that's great. And then copy the minus 15. And that's all there was to that one. All right, not too bad, right? All right, you go ahead, hit pause, try this one out, and then we'll come back. Make sure you got it. Of course you did the big numbers first. I'm not even going to ask. So there's 6 minus 14 plus 8 minus 18 plus 42 and negative 24. Now we're going back to our exponents. That one's 3, 2, 1. This one's 2, 1, 0. And then, of course, we're going to combine some like terms. So we have those two going together. And those two going together. And we're ready to come up with our final answer. So that gives us 6x cubed minus 32x squared plus 50x minus 24. All right, you go ahead, do that homework, and you have an awesome day. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.